be assertive, and most importantly, do not back down from what you believe in, because you are about to meet somebody, or you are about to reconnect with somebody who is going to play a major role when it comes to you, achieving your dreams. This in itself is going to be leading towards you knowing which major choice do you need to make at this stage of your life. And this in itself, it's to do with you literally following your vision. It's not only about you following your vision, my gorgeous Gemini, but it's also you doing something which is going to bring you an amazing recognition, like a really big achievement. So this is what I need you to understand. And also, when it comes to June 2025, before the end of this particular month, before the end of the June 2025, you are already going to be enjoying some kind of success, some kind of achievement that it came from this major choice you will realize that you need to make. Just remember, this is you, my gorgeous Gemini, literally following your vision, which you are most certainly going to be rewarded for. And the first reward is going to be before the end of June 2025. And also, what else I was going to say, which is rather important, that when it comes to numerology, your number is 27. Okay, so when it comes to this number, it means that you need to do whatever you need to do in order to kind of get into this particular state of mind where you are going to be relaxed. Okay, so whatever it is that you need to do, maybe it's like you need to get into this state of meditation. Now, when it comes to meditation, lots of people see this from a different angle. Some people literally lie down and meditate. Some people maybe pray, some people just literally relax, or some people do something that makes them feel really relaxed, like spending some time in nature or something like that. The bottom line is, when it comes to the number 27, it signifies the fact that the moment in time you meditate, the moment in time you relax, you are going to realize what requires you to be persistent in life in order to improve things in life. There is something that you are going to realize which you didn't realize before. And this is when things are going to start becoming very interesting to you, because very interesting for you, because that in itself, it's going to create a little turning point in your life without you even realizing this. This is going to be leading towards the specific door which are about to be open within the next couple of weeks. What this specific door are going to reveal is you, for the first time, feeling really, really kind of interested in doing something, in exploring some kind of a subject you've never ever had an interest in before. And this in itself, it's to do with your brand new path, which is about to reveal itself to you, my gorgeous Gemini. And you can try to guess what this is right now. No, baby, no, you're not going to guess this one. And it's all going to start with you realizing what needs, like kind of, what needs, this persistence what you need to be persistent about in order to, have this improvement. So this specific improvement, it is all gonna be obvious to you, my gorgeous Gemini. Don't worry about this whatsoever. So this is what I wanted to mention, what the power of the number 27 will actually have when it comes to you and when it comes to this week. And also, still at around the beginning of this week, you really literally, you need to sort this out. It's like some kind of a legal problem. It's like some kind of a legal issue that you really don't like to think about this, let alone you don't like planning this legal problem. What are you gonna do about it? You're finding this extremely challenging, my gorgeous Gemini, and you know that what you need to understand is that you need to kind of move away from this, whatever this is. So it's maybe you were thinking about starting some kind of a legal thing, something legal. It's to do with some kind of a legal problem. And my advice is that there is a reason why you are finding this so far like really challenging, because this really would have a negative impact on your life. Do you know what I mean? This is to do with something that has drained so much of your precious energy from you. And you know, this legal problem, this legal challenge, there is something you wanted to do, there is something you wanted to start, but every single time when you wanted to do this, when you wanted to start this, you would just feel really uncomfortable, you would feel really negative, and you would end up finding this like really, really challenging. So the reason why this was happening is because, I'm sorry, if you take this legal challenge on right now, it would be step in the wrong direction. Because nothing good, I'm sorry, but nothing good is going to come out of it. You really need to see how you can move away from this, how you can walk away from this, because it's just draining your energy like really, really unnecessarily at this stage of your life. And you know the way it's draining your energy in such a way where, you know, you're not able to embrace your own uniqueness because of this. And you know how important it is for us to be able to embrace our own uniqueness. If we are not able to embrace our own uniqueness, we are not going to find our own path in this world, in this life. That's all we are here for, to embrace our own uniqueness. There are lots of other things we are here on this earth, you know, for. But this is like a very, very important aspect. And this is what I need you to understand, that instead of planning this legal problem, this legal issue, and taking this on the next level, it would be really, I suppose, pointless for you to do. And you would just unnecessarily drain your energy. And my advice would be just to try to move away from it. Try to see this from a different angle and try to enlighten yourself in this particular way. I do know that you're going to be talking to somebody who is like really close to you, somebody who really understands you, and somebody who you consider like a really good friend, for example. And I know that this is what this person is going to suggest to you as well, what I just said. That person is going to suggest to you along these lines that maybe you should just stop wasting your energy. And you know, I know it sounds horrible, oh, like I'm having a go at you or something. I don't. I'm just telling you that subconsciously this is something that has been affecting you in a negative way. So it's to do with this karma, but it's down to you how you're going to respond to this and what are you going to do exactly in order to move forward, but not to unnecessarily waste your energy on something which is not going to bring good into your life whatsoever. So this is why it's important to move forward. You know, instead of taking some kind of a legal action, just move forward, because you're a winner when it comes to all this anyway. And this is what you're going to realize. I really do think and I really do see that you're gonna realize this before the end of this week anyway. Without you taking any action or something like that, you're already a winner. Okay, this is really important to protect your balance, to protect your energy. You know, sometimes the right thing, that the things that we need to do in life are not as obvious. You know, sometimes, and maybe lots of people would say, oh yeah, do this, do that, you know, but then sometimes, you know, it's completely different what what everybody would suggest you. You know, sometimes what the right thing that you should do, it's completely different, and this is, I'm afraid, one of them, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is going to be a really, really important indeed. And also, when it comes to the meat part of this week, okay, what you need to understand is that it's time to take action, but when it comes to this one particular person here, there is somebody who is, it's to do with this particular person who is going to give you some kind of a very strange information, very unusual information. Nothing to do with you, nothing to do with your life, and it's nothing to do with anybody in your life. Maybe it's to do with certain things going on, I don't know, you know, in the world or whatever, what this person is going to tell you. But also it's not about that. It's about invaluable information, how to save money, and which is going to be brilliant for your finances, which is going to be brilliant for your financial situation. It's going to come from this particular person. It's somebody who's very smart, somebody who's very intelligent, but this particular person is different to other people. Some people love this person, some people don't like this person. It's again one of those people that, you know, I can call, it's like a Marmite, you know, seriously like a Marmite. You either really love this person or you either really dislike this person. There is something extremely quirky about this person that lots of people cannot really face, cannot really understand. And it is somebody who is ridiculously open-minded, but that particular person doesn't show this to everybody, this side of them. Only those very special people in this person's life will actually know this, and you are one of them. So this particular person, you're gonna feel like it's time for action when it comes to you. This particular person is gonna give you some kind of advice, and you're gonna have an amazing idea of what to do when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your financial situation, of what to do in order to protect yourself when it comes to your future, for example. And almost as if you're going to find out from that person some kind of like, ooh, a little bit strange and weird news, and it's not going to make you feel really good. And first of all, it's going to be ridiculous, but then the more you think about it, the more you will know that there is something to it. There is something to it. And you're going to consider a few other things and informations that you came across before this moment in time, and you will be able to put two and two together, and you will understand that there is too much of a bits and pieces that you've already heard. It's absolutely, you should not ignore this whatsoever. So you know, like, in order to kind of prevent some kind of unexpected change in your life, you're going to be making a really smart decision here, a really wise move, indeed, my gorgeous Gemini. And it's going to be based on this particular person, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant for your finances, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant for your financial situation as well. Okay, very, very important indeed. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, okay, now what you need to understand, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you see that vision that you are, that, you know, your vision in life that I mentioned at the beginning of this week. You know, everybody has a vision. Everybody wants to do something. Everybody wants to achieve something. If people think that they have achieved absolutely everything, you know, the life would be really boring without us having anything, you know, to look forward to. So it's natural for us to look forward to things, you know, and this is where these visions in life are coming from. And I mentioned this vision right at the beginning of this week, and now when it comes to the last part of this week, now you're going to be reminded of this vision again. There is something that you're going to see, there is something that it's really going to inspire you. It's going to be complete, something really random again, it's going to happen. It's going to be completely different to your life, your vision, completely different to absolutely anything and everything about your life and your vision. But I think that there are certain elements within that are going to remind you of this vision. Now, when that happens at around the end of the week, my gorgeous Gemini, please, this is a sacred moment in time. You need to understand that this is happening for a reason, literally. So when that happens at around the end of this week, this is gonna be your sign that you need to talk about this vision. You need to talk about this vision. You need to drive those people nuts in your life when it comes to your vision. Drive them nuts. No, honestly, you need to talk about this vision to you know, to those people that are close to you, and to those people that you normally talk to. And the more you talk about this vision, the more you're gonna realize, the more you're gonna understand. The more you talk about this vision, okay, the more you are going to realize that this is, you know, the more you're going to realize which, you know, the more you're going to realize, like, that this is bringing, this vision is part of, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to realize that this is a part of, this vision is a part of your light at the end of the tunnel. And also the more you talk about it, you know, the more you're going to realize that you need to accept responsibility and accept a certain responsibility which is going to be connected to this vision. You will realize more and more and more which responsibility exactly this is. And you're also going to realize exactly which choice do you need to make, and it's not only about you making that choice, but you are going to have this great sense of urgency. Just remember, the more you communicate about this vision, the more you're going to realize that there is more to it. The more you're going to realize that this vision in itself, it's like a one big light at the end of the tunnel. So it's all going to be leading towards you really realizing that, you know, which choice do you need to make, and you are going to make such an important choice. And suddenly you're also going to realize that you are having some kind of an unhealthy habit as well. And I know this is so random, but it's like, it's important. You will realize as well at around this particular time that you have got some kind of unhealthy habit. And as soon as you realize what this is your sign, and this is your indication that you can actually do something about it indeed. So now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what these little sisters are going to reveal, what our tarot cards are going to reveal for this week as well. Okay, so it is very, very interesting week indeed. Well, there you go. It is the beginning of a really beautiful venture. There is no doubt about it. This week, it's going to be the beginning of a really beautiful venture, my gorgeous Gemini. I've seen this for a while, but this time it will be different. This time it will feel different, okay? And you see, that venture, look at this. I mean, come on, baby. This venture, you know, sometimes it's not about money only. Sometimes it's not about finances, but this venture here, it's more about you just really being so happy, you know, in your life, and you enjoying your life in a completely different way. Maybe there isn't this contentment that you are having now, which you are going to have later on. But this venture, which is going to start when it comes to all this, it is going to lead towards you know, towards an ultimate happiness in your life. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. But on another note, you are going to get you're going to have such a positive news before the end of this week. week. And also, you know, do not ignore such a wise advice you are going to have. You're also going to have such a wise advice, my gorgeous Gemini, before the end of this week. And this particular advice that you are going to have, it's most certainly going to require from you to make an important decision. And this particular decision that you are going to have, it's the part of it, it's going to be you and needing to accept, just 3 cards I say, you needing to accept, you know, that you have to follow your inspiration in life. You will realize, you see, accept that, you will realize that you need to accept that it's going to be imminent for you to follow things that are inspiring you on a daily basis. And you have to be honest with yourself. There were so many things that have been inspiring you lately. You were inspired by so many things, maybe even within the last year, but you didn't do anything about it. So something is going to happen here, and it's going to make probably one of the biggest readjustments of your entire life. And you're about to see things in a completely different light. I mean, this great sense of urgency you're going to have, it's going to be completely out of this world. Make the most of it, because this energy make things happen. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.